So during the project, what do you do with your project plan? So here's my example that I partially completed in the first video. So what you should be doing at the start of each lesson, you should open your project plan. Or when you're working at home, if you're going to spend half an hour working your project, open your project plan. Use your project plan to look at where you're up to and track your progress. So when you get to the end of a lesson or at the end of some work you've done at home, you should go into your project plan and update it. So for example here in that first line, create the project plan, probably have finished it. So in that case what you should do is update the status, change it to finished, and you should put the actual date you finished in here. So let's say I actually finished it on the 2nd of March. Even though my original estimation was I'd finish it by the Sunday, the 3rd of March, I finished it on the Saturday. So you update that. And let's say you've started task B. I'll put a couple tasks in. Just zoom out a bit. So in task, there's 2B1, and that was starting on the 4th, going to the 5th, and 2B2 starting on the 4th, going to the 6th. So in that case, again, let's update. So I've actually now, it might be the 4th or 5th of March, and let's say I'm halfway. So you just describe it, or you can write 50%. You can use percentages if you want. This one here, 2B2, you might have just started. So it started basically means anything less than 25%. Halfway means you're close to about 50%. And then nearly finished, that means you're over 75%, or about 75%, 3/4, and then finished. And you know, you might have another task here. Let's say I'll put one in. So 2B3, let's say I was going to start on the 6th of March, complete that by the 7th of March. And that task I might not have started yet, so I'd just leave that as not started. So you should update as you go along. At the end of each week, I'll come in and have a look at your project plan, and I'll check on how you're going. Okay, so this will be partially helps me to check your progress. It helps you track your progress so you can hopefully reach your deadlines. For example, on the 15th of March, we have a draft due, so your draft work is due. At the end of each week, what you should do, come over here in the final column, and probably at least once a week, you should make a comment and evaluate your progress. How are you going? How are you tracking in terms of completing the various tasks by the required dates that you've set? Okay, and that depends. What you're going to write there depends upon how you're going. You know, if you're having great difficulty, if you haven't started lots of things and you think you're falling behind, or you're behind your project plan, then that's what you need to state. If you're on track, things are working, things are going well, then you need to state that. You can state if one particular task caused you to lose some time, you can just mention that task and give the reason what happened. So you just briefly explain what's going on there. Dot point format's fine, but someone who's a discerning user of this project plan, they'll be constantly using this project plan, updating it and posting comments over the next 4 or 5 weeks. So if you're looking at A standard, B standard for your project plan, because it's part of your project's documentation, that's what we're looking for.